Subscribe to the Browns Report today. That way, when breaking news like Nick Mullens is starting for the Cleveland Browns comes out, you don't go to the bar to hang out with your friends and go, "You guys pumped to see Case Keenum?" And they tell you, "We need to get some more shots because we have to tell you about Nick Mullens." That way you stay in the know all year long. Help us get to 3,500 subs by the end of this video. It is Nick Mullens' time, and we're masking up here at the Cleveland Browns Report, taking no chances because the game's happening Saturday, and I want to be able to be, giving a positive recap after the game. Not going to be no negativity because the Browns are going to find a way to win. This is a strong, resilient club, city, franchise, and they're going to power through a tiny bit of a hiccup. What's a third-string quarterback anyway? So Nick Mullens will be in as Case Keenum is out. I'm sure you've heard at this point. Confirming Browns quarterback Case Keenum has tested positive for COVID-19. Nick Mullens is the next man up. I can't even wear this anymore. We're taking it off. That because it is just so annoying here to wear a mask. I don't blame the Browns players for not wanting to wear a mask, but we're not going to dive into that. But as Michael Scott would say, we are screwed. It's that plain and simple. We are screwed. I wish I could have a great outlook on this game, and I'm not saying the Browns are going to lose this game, but there is a little bit of this is not going to be a fun road ahead. With no Baker Mayfield, no Case Keenum, we turn to this man, Nick Mullens, in line to start after those two lead fronting quarterbacks went on the COVID-19 list, and Nick Mullens, who's been on the Browns practice squad all year long, his last start came not too long ago, almost a year ago today, when he was with the San Francisco 49ers. You may remember Nick Mullens because he made a handful of starts for that 49ers team, and when he played, he had some good stretches, honestly. He was good enough to the point where this offseason, when he was on the Eagles practice squad before the Browns took him, I thought, there's no way he's that bad. He's a practice squad quarterback. He was part of that elite club where he had the most yards in his first 10 games with Patrick Mahomes and a couple other great quarterbacks, but then he kind of fell down to earth. But that's QB1 for Saturday. That's what we are rolling with. So type me if you hate COVID even more now. I don't know how you couldn't have hated it as much as possible, but when it's third-string quarterback time, the only team that would hate him more would be the Denver Broncos, who didn't even have a quarterback at one point last season during a game, the Kendall Hinton game. So Nick Mullens is the man under center. Type me down below if you hate COVID as much as I do. As for Mullens, let's look at his numbers. Familiarize yourself with what to expect to see out there on Saturday. Mullens, through 16 starts, not a bad resume. 4,700 yards. It's a full season, basically. Look at that. 25 touchdowns. 22 interceptions. Kind of looks like Peyton Manning's rookie year. Maybe he's Peyton Manning next. I'm not sure. But Nick Mullens last season made a couple starts for the 49ers, coming in relief for some banged-up quarterback play, and just a little bit too mediocre for them to want to stick around. So, of course, San Francisco gets a different direction. But Nick Mullens last year, again, I thought he was better than people gave him credit for. Regardless, I'm not in NFL front office circles. It's no-go for Mullens as of this offseason, but now he gets a chance to redeem himself. So what's your confidence level in Nick Mullens? I'll make this the pinned comment. If you get hit with the YouTube ad break, scroll on down, scale it for me 1 to 10. Let me know how you're feeling about good old Nick. I can remember another Nick that did pretty well under circumstances where people didn't have the highest expectations for him, like in the Super Bowl. Maybe we get another Nick performance in this one. I would also love to see a Nick Mullens performance like the last time he played against the Raiders, actually. In his first career start, it happened to come against the Raiders, in which he balled out for 262 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, nearly a perfect rating. So Mullens has a little bit of swagger to him. The Southern Miss guy went to the same college as Brett Favre. But I don't know if this is what you really dreamt of when you went into this week of who'd be under center for Cleveland. Let's look at the latest, kind of a complete-ish list of positive cases. There's a couple names we're forgetting because the list is so high, and there's like the running backs coach and some of the, I won't call them lesser names, but just less impactful players. Baker Mayfield, Stefanski, Landry. Then you got your 2 offensive linemen. And then you got some defensive players in Takkarist McKinley and Troy Hill, who was likely going to miss the game anyway, but still, why not, add a cherry on top? John Johnson, by the way, was added yesterday. You feel for JoJo Natson because he had a great week a week ago. Austin Hooper, the only good news in the tight end room is that it looked like Njoku and Bryant will be able to play this upcoming Saturday. So at least the tight end room isn't hit as hard. So that was the positive cases from yesterday. Here are the ones that have come out today. Of course, Case Keenum. Then you've got Grant Delpit, Ronnie Harrison Jr. So 2 safeties. Add in John Johnson. That's 3 safeties. That's your 3 safety rotation right there. I wish I could give you a clear answer of who to expect. I'm just going to check over Twitter right now, make sure there's no one else added to it. But AJ Green, right? I really am scratching my head here for who you want to look at safety. I just think you go with a bunch of 1 safety looks and you play a lot of pressure up front, some 4 to 5 man looks. Malik Jackson comes back from his injury, so that helps a little bit. But yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. What is pretty is this awesome tea we got going on right now over at Fanatics. You can get it $32, and you can get it by Christmas for going to chatsports.com/BrownsTea. Make sure you use that link at the bottom of your screen. I'll have it in the comments and the description of this video. So be in style because it's going to be cold and rainy on Saturday, which I honestly think helps the Browns. Takes a little bit of the advantage away from the Raiders who play in a dome. But speaking of the Raiders, what's your score predictions? I would love to know. Spam them down below. If you got the Raiders winning, I don't really blame you for it. But I'm honestly, I truthfully am not just being a homer here. I'm not giving up, okay? I do think the Browns have a real shot of winning this game. Sure, it sucks going to your third-string quarterback, but as far as third-string quarterbacks go, you couldn't have had a better one than Nick Mullens. He has at least 16 starts under his career, and he's had great games. You just need him to have one great game, okay? This isn't a third-string rookie who's making his NFL debut, and it's going to be a train wreck, I think. And the Raiders are missing Darren Waller. They're missing some other key guys, too. So the Browns have a couple big pieces left. They've got Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, DPJ, JOK, and Njoku. Those are my 5 key players that really need to step up for Cleveland in this game for them to have really any realistic shot of winning because you're working with a third-string quarterback. But at least you're playing the Raiders. That's all I can really say. If you want to have one big takeaway from this video, it's not that we are screwed. It is not that it's going to be the third-string quarterback. At least it's the Raiders coming to town because the Raiders have been atrocious lately. It's also the Raiders, and it's the Raiders. I don't know what else more I could say about them. They find ways to put themselves in great situations and then lose. So this is what would appear to be a great situation for Las Vegas, right? You're playing a team beat up with COVID issues, and only the Raiders would go on the road and lose to a team like that. We also want to talk about what Baker Mayfield had to say because there's plenty of requests-ish, we'll say, out there to postpone the game, which the NFL has said like literally 10 minutes ago, we're not doing that. And Baker Mayfield not too happy about it. He tweeted this out. At NFL, make up your damn mind on protocols. Showing up and making only 3 teams test. Also, you can keep the games as scheduled to make money. He would reply to that tweet by saying, actually caring about player safety would mean delaying the game with this continuing at a rate it is. But to say you won't you won't test vaccinated players if they don't have symptoms, then to pull this randomly doesn't make any sense to me. Baker's really getting at the NFL COVID protocols, which, by the way, recently kind of changed to help the Browns. They haven't really come out with clear language of what it would mean, but it means what they kind of hinted at was if you're vaccinated and you don't have symptoms, after 24 hours, there's a path to return. So maybe some of these Browns players are talking about today can get a path to return. It's only Thursday as we record this right now. Maybe we can get some players back there on Saturday. But speaking of Saturday, should the game be played? Flat out. Y for yes, N for no. Let me know if you think this game should be played. I get wanting to postpone. In an ideal world, sure. But I just don't see the NFL doing it. I think Baker Mayfield hit the nail on the head. They're looking for money. This is a Saturday that doesn't have major college football competition, so they want to get 2 NFL games. They always do that in December, and they really just don't give a damn, I think. I mean, sure, they're not too upset with how Browns fans feel. They want the money, and I don't know if you can fault them for that, but I think it comes at a price of you got a playoff caliber team in Cleveland that may miss the postseason because this important game was played with their third-string quarterback. Let's one more time run through the list of cases, just the big names here: Mayfield, Stefanski, Landry, Teller, Willis, McKinley, Hooper, JoJo Natson, Troy Hill, and John Johnson. And then the ones that came out today: Case Keenum, Grant Delpit, Ronnie Harrison Jr. The Browns also said, or it was kind of leaked / rumored, two more cases / names could be coming out. So they're TBD for now. Hopefully they just stay blank. Hopefully no more names come out. But it looks like some more names, unfortunately, on the defensive side I've heard may be leaking out.